Sorry, SNA fans, just technical difficulties and it just disconnected a tad too early, but not as early, way too early like my AEW, my Friday Night SmackDown review video. But back to what I was saying, like giving congratulations to Ruby Soho and Angelo Parker in this wonderful news. But yeah, let's move on to the next slide, which is the Undisputed Kingdom's Roderick Strong and Matt Taven and Mike Bennett taking on the team of Kyle O'Reilly and Rocky Romero and Daddy Magic Matt Menard, where they just got into the ring. This is where they just get start off with Kyle O'Reilly and Mike Bennett right after we got Kyle O'Reilly was like, no, I want Roddy. This is where Roddy didn't. He was like, no, I'm not gonna get in the ring. This is where Kyle O'Reilly's like, of course you're not, because you're gonna be just gonna attack yourself out of the match, and you're just gonna run like a coward like like a chicken like that won't stop laying eggs. Just because they see something that's nervous, like what you're doing, and then that's where. Then he's like, you forget, I'll just settle for what's his name? Mike Bennett. This is where they start going for a grappling war. This is where the Kyle O'Reilly got into a headlock right onto Mike. And all on tonight's show, I meant to say, but this is where he started going for wrist locks I'm not wrist arm drags right onto the what's the name? Matt Taven is where we got, but unfortunately, he was outnumbered. This is where he tagged in Rocky Romero. This is where they did a double team right onto Matt Taven. This is where they eventually got the better of Rocky Romero. This is where they start taking turns beating poor Romero to death, and with Roderick Strong get tagging in. That's where he got turned around right into the turnbuckle, into the upper right corner of the ringside area. This is where Roderick Strong and pushed him face first. This is where he picks him up and put him right on the shoulders, like into a fireman's carry. This is where he hits a gut buster right onto Rocky Romero. This is where we got Rocky Romero then continuing to get punished by the Undisputed Kingdom until Matt Taven and Mike Bennett both Irish whip Rocky Romero. This is where he tried to go for a diving splash right onto him. This is where he kicks what's his name, Mike Bennett in the face, while Matt Taven tried to go splashing on him, but he moves right out of the way. He hits face first right onto the turnbuckle support. This is where he hits the sliding hurricane right onto Mike Bennett. This is where then he tried to go for a double clothesline, but this is where we got Rocky Romero then hit a double hurricane rana onto both men. This is where then he tried to go tagging in Daddy Magic Matt Menard. This is where Matt Menard hit his comeback move. This is where he put what's his name? Mike Bennett. Yeah, Mike Bennett right into the bottom left corner against the that side. So I had nothing but right hands right into the face of the Undisputed Kingdom member, with the fans were counting like all the way to 10. This is where he went right to the back in the middle of the ring. This is where I was whipping from the bottom left to the upper right. This is where he gets elbow strike right into the face. Anyway, we got Mike Community trying to go for a mid-rope sunset flip right onto Matt Menard, but this is where Matt Menard then flips out right into a sunset flip, and then he get hit. And this is where he tried to go for the walls of Jericho, just like his former mentor, the Ocho and the Lionheart. But this is where he tried to go for right here in the middle of the ring. This is where Mike Ben's like, no, I'm not gonna turn around. I'm not turning. But it was too late. He already got it. He got it locked in until that meddling Taven had to go for a springboard insecurity kick right into the head of Daddy Magic. This is where we got. And him nailing him to the point that you heard him click a bell right inside Matt Menard's head after taking such a hit like that. Was clearly not soft. Here's where Matt Taven then tags in Then he tags in. This is where he gets tagged in by Mike Bennett. This is where he thought that he would make Jericho more proud than Matt Menard ever did by hitting a lion salt right on the Matt Menard, which I'm not sure if that would make him proud, hitting the maneuver. This is where we try to go for a pin. Referee counted one, referee counted two, but this is where Matt Menard kicks out of it. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly then gets the hot tag by Matt Menard after he got out of the grasp of Mike Bennett. Not Mike, Matt Taven. That's when this is where he then hit a double big boots to both Roddy and Mike Bennett. This is where then we got Matt Taven then trying to charge him, but he gets him with a big knee. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly then hit some roundhouse kicks, right chop, knee strike to the face, then another jumping roundhouse kick right into the midsection, and a leg sweep kick right underneath his legs. This is where we got Roderick Strong to try to clothesline Kyle O'Reilly out of the ring, but this is where he flips him right over the top rope, and then he lands right onto the upper corner of the outside. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly hit a big boot right onto the Mike Bennett. This is where he then hit a forward roundhouse kick right into the midsection of Matt Taven right towards his ribs. This is where he did the same with Mike Bennett. This is where then he hits a dragon screw twist right on the Roderick Strong's leg, right into the back in the ring. He's like twist, like my leg, and this is where, but he got back out of the. This is where he then went out of the ring, and this is where he tried to walk out his leg, and try to make sure it's not broken, which I believe that. But I believe I believe that his leg was not in a very very well shape, I guess I could say. Yeah, like after getting hit with such a maneuver like that, like getting dragon screwed right into his leg. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly then hit the stomp right to the face and the discus. This is where then he got back and continue his momentum. He had stomped Mike Bennett's side of the face and hit a discus forearm right to his face. This is where we got Mike Bennett kicks him in the gut. This is where he tried to go for a power bomb, but this is where we got Kyle O'Reilly flips him out of it into a body drop. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly got the arm bar locked in, bending it back, like this just turned it right in the ring. This is where he got locked in until Mike Bennett got up, and then he turned into a triangle, put his legs wrapped around his head, I just tap out, tap. And this is where Matt Taven then runs right in the top rope. This is where he did try to go for a side swipe kick. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly then going for a dragon screw. Like a dragon screw an Achilles lock until Roderick Strong hit a foot stomp right into the head, like when he had both of his boys in their respective submission holds, like grabbing the arm of Mike Bennett and the leg of Matt Taven. This is where Roderick Strong then tags him, gets tagged in by Matt Taven. This is where Roderick Strong was like, well, it's just you and me now before the pay-per-view. This is where he started pushing him around. Kyle O'Reilly was like, you should have done that. And he hit a big forearm right to the face of Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong goes back for a forearm and start playing wrestling tennis with back and forth forearms until they get the chops and some kicks. But Kyle O'Reilly was hitting them with them strike kicks, while where Roderick Strong got the knife edge chops, like they were going back for and fans were like, like I wonder who's gonna win this match, or not win this match contest, until Roderick Strong tried to grab onto his leg, but this is where Kyle O'Reilly rolled right out of it with his right leg. This is where he knees him right into the face. This is where Kyle O'Reilly to try to go for a big boot, but this is where we got Roderick Strong then picks him up and hit him with a pickup backbreaker right onto Kyle O'Reilly's back. This is where then Roderick Strong then crawl right onto Kyle O'Reilly. This is where he's like, is he out for good? This is where he then picks up Kyle O'Reilly. This is where Kyle O'Reilly then hit him with a surprise forearm right to the face. This is where he started going for a left and right, back elbow right into the face of Kyle O'Reilly. This is where he runs right to the right side, but he gets knee right into the face. But this is where we got Mike Bennett tags himself right into the back. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly trying to close on Roderick Strong out of the ring, but this is where Roderick Strong kicks him right in the face. This is where Roderick Strong tried to go for an Olympic slam, but this is where Kyle O'Reilly then flips out into an arm drag right onto Roderick Strong. This is where he got him right locked into what's that arm bar, and luckily he tagged in what's his name? Tagged in Mike Bennett because or else it would have been over for him in the 6-man tag match where Kyle O'Reilly got that armbar locked in, and we could possibly see this at this Sunday on AEW Dynasty, which is less than 24 hours from now. But this is where we got Mike Bennett didn't hit a double drop kick. Yeah, the referee did nothing about the tap part with Roderick Strong because he wasn't a legal man. This is where we got he did in the drop kick. This is where we got Rocky Romero saw hitting some side kicks and some chops and punch. This is where then he tried to Irish whip Mike Bennett right to the left. But this is where Mike Bennett then counters and threw him to the left. This is where he waited for him to run right to the left. He tried to go for a clothesline, but this is where Rocky Romero ducks out of the way, hits a big suicide dive right into Matt Taven, and he made sure that Matt Taven was not going to be meddling anymore. This is where then Mike Bennett hit a pop-up headbutt right on the Kyle O'Reilly, but he answered back with a what's that, a rebound clothesline by sliding his arm and his upper torso and his upper part of the rest of his upper part of his body right off the middle rope and top rope like Dean Ambrose / John Moxley used to do. Hit him with that move, and it is where Kyle O'Reilly was like, okay, like now it's time. This is where he hits him with a big brain buster along with and this is where he tried to go for a pin. The referee counted 1, the referee counted 2, but this is where he kicks out a 2.1 with the rough arm and shoulder up. This is where Kyle O'Reilly's like, you know what? Like, forget the pinfalls. Like, I might as well put him away with I do best, and that is the arm bar that he usually do, like to put away his opponents. Like this is where he did so right onto Mike Bennett. This is where Mike Bennett's like, no, I'm not gonna tap. You know what? I'm tap out. Like I give up. I let go. And this is where we knew who our winners was in the best match of the night, which was Kyle O'Reilly, Rocky Romero, and Daddy Magic Matt Menard with Kyle O'Reilly having some help of his own with a new friend of Rocky Romero and Daddy Magic being on the side in the 8 against 3 members of the Undisputed Kingdom in the 6-man tag match. They were successful to win. And what's your thoughts on this? On the road to on the lead up to AEW Dynasty, do you think that Kyle O'Reilly still have a chance of beating Roderick Strong for the international champ? Well, him getting the upper hand, I don't think so. Like maybe if it was like in the next few months, then I could predict that he will. But I think there's going to be some kind of shenanigans that's going to go on with what's his name, Roderick Strong, taking advantage of and getting the easy victory out of. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen, and we're going to see Roderick Strong going to remain as the championship until like between the end of 2024, maybe even the beginning of 2025, whatever that may be. But overall, I'll give AEW Rampage a 4 out of 5. Like it wasn't so bad, but at the same time, it wasn't really the greatest Rampage they have ever made in AEW as so far. But yeah, it's gonna get the 4 stars because it was pretty decently great, and it just have us stay tuned in until AEW Dynasty with all this go home show editions of AEW shows, like well, except for Dynamite, but I did a Dynamite review earlier today in the afternoon. Which I made which is already on the channel at Super Ninja Austin 213, and make sure to check it out. Which I talk about some pretty cool stuff that went down on AEW Dynamite. And this is the first time I did AEW Dynamite review video. I mean, this was the first time I did 3 AEW review videos all in one day, which that's why I came up with the name. It's AEW Day. Because all day I'm going to be talking about what exactly went down this past Wednesday. And later on tonight, what happened tonight on AEW Dynamite. And give me your take in the comment section right down below on exactly what's your favorite thing, what happened on both AEW Dynamite and AEW Rampage. I'll say the main event is definitely going to get the number 1 spot. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, subscribe, click the bell notification icon bell so you can be the first one to know when I upload my latest videos. I've been your host, Super Ninja Austin, on the latest edition of AEW's Collision and AEW Rampage show that came on tonight on the SNA podcast on this review video. Make sure to check out my returning of the wrestling news video where I'm be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the WrestleZone article on April 21st, 2024. And also make sure to check out my AEW Dynasty review video where I'm going to talk about what exactly went down on the latest pay-per-view of AEW's and who was the winner, who was the loser, who walked out of AEW as champion, who walked out with a better privilege or whatever the scenario may be. We're going to be talking about plenty of that as soon as like 24 hours, if not less. But I guess I'm gonna end this video right here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday night, and I'll see you next time with the next SNA videos with some more SNA content. Till we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Thank you, my loyal fans and SNA fans out there. They'll watch my videos through thick and thin, no matter what. And I'm going to remember this once I get big time in the world of entertainment. But in the meantime, I'm just going to stick around making these podcast videos and making you guys entertained on what's going on in the wrestling world, and perhaps making movie content and animated content, like what we're talking about, what's going on in the news and movies and animation and even anime. But yeah, I would say good night to you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow news and Dynasty. And hope you guys will enjoy AEW Dynasty for those who are going to be watching. And hope you enjoy my videos. And make sure to hit the big thumbs up button and suggest your family and friends. You can share it with your family and friends. And yeah, make sure it gets up to 10,000 likes and 10,000 subscribes. But yeah, now I'm just gonna get ready to go to bed and get prepared for tomorrow's video. But yeah, bye-bye.